which is kind of like shocking.
Yeah. And like, this is like what he said, like no hiking with your family, no running a marathon, for recreation, like just basically like be a homebody.
Yeah.
And this is somebody that's playing like the highest level of sport, like hoping to play for the national team.
It ruined me. And like, you want to try to not believe those things, you kind of push back, but like naturally it seeps into the cracks and it starts to develop in your psyche and you make decisions based on that. And it's funny because it was only probably about 5 years later that I ended up becoming a yoga teacher, because I was like, well, that's safe, right? They told me I can only stretch and I can only walk. So like, this is a safe thing for me to do.
Yeah, it's like your pursuit of sport, but it's like the only safe sport's yoga. So like, but I'll pursue it and do 5,000 hours of training.
Yeah. Yeah. And I honestly, it's crazy because I'm now 39 years old, and at 38 last year, I started running again. Like, that diagnosis affected me for so long. Like, it's crazy. It's like 20 years, right? And people are told these huge things in their lives that aren't necessarily true, and placebo effect and a diagnosis is just so heavy. You've got to be insanely mentally strong to say no and to fight back when someone's a professional giving you that diagnosis. You trust them, right? You have to an extent. They're the professional, and it carries like so much weight, I think.
Yeah. I think a lot of us as clinicians underestimate that. Like, if I were to tell you like, hey, maybe don't run for a week, you would be like, okay, I have some knowledge of what's going on. But when we tell a patient and they're looking at us as they're the most amazing medical person in their life, and they'll believe everything we say, no matter what, the impact of that creates so much anxiety that we often underestimate. We don't realize how big of a hit they just took. And both in like, they're thinking of how do I modify my life, but then also the emotion of, oh my God, I can't run, and I think, I hope people realize sometimes we underestimate that. And it's always important to maybe stop, especially during your instruction phase of a patient, and ask, they call it the teach back method in the research, but just ask like, Mel, what did you hear me say right there? Or teach me back what you heard in that situation, And you might have said like ease back on running for a week. And they heard, you said that I'm never going to run again in my entire life and that running will kill me. Like, that's not at all what I said, but okay. I'm glad I asked. Yeah.
And I think because I've been in that scenario before, I'm very cautious. I could probably still be more cautious.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know, like, I've been in that situation. So I'm very careful of what I'm offering someone. And I'm always giving them a positive spin of like, hey, this might not be forever. This can change. My experience has been, I've seen it change in like sort of these timelines to give someone an idea. But then, I think it is that asking of like, what did you hear? They're like, I'm over. Life is done. Right. I can't do anything anymore. And I think about a client I had yesterday who she's in very, very intense burnout. And it wasn't until I asked, do you think you might be in burnout, that she was like, oh my God, I am. I think they do need us a little bit to kind of offer that mirror.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Trust Driven Insights, brought to you by Trust Driven Care. Imagine a world where all your patient communication is in one place, seamless, effortless, and on autopilot. That's the power of trust-driven care. If you're ready to streamline your practice, check out trustdrivencare.com and see what's possible. Trust-driven insights, real conversations, smarter care, stronger business.